Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Mirwani and today we'll be doing this chapter called as working capital. We are doing question number 13. We are doing question number 13 in the books of Computer India Limited. In the books of Computer India Limited. Right? Let's see this. Computer India produced and sold 6,000 laptops in 2001 and their cost was as follows. In 2002, they planned to manufacture 7,800 laptops. They plan to manufacture 7,800 laptops. Total units they want to make is 7,800 units per annum. Someone please get me per month, divide by 12. Someone please get me per month, that will be divided by 12, 650.
650.
Every data is given to you in terms of week. Do one thing. Divide this by 52. How many per week? Divide this by 150 units per week. Why did I do it in per week? If you read the sum, all the data that is given to you, all the adjustments that are given to you are in terms of per week. Okay. Now they are saying that raw material cost will go up by 10%, CPU. Now the raw material cost in 2001 was 12,000. It goes up by 10%. 12,000 plus 10%, 13,200.
Yes, sir.
Next, labor will be reduced by 5%. Labor is 9,000. 9,000 minus 5% is going to be 8,550. 8,550. Overheads, manufacturing overheads are 8,000. They are saying that manufacturing overheads will go up by 10%. So 8,800. Manufacturing overheads. Next, they said that administrative and selling overheads per unit will remain the same. Admin and selling overheads per unit will remain the same. Admin and selling overheads are one only here, which is 3,000. Now, selling price per unit will rise by 10% over last year. Let's see working note 5. Now, let's first find out the selling price in 2001. In the year 2001, your total cost was 12,000 plus 9,000 plus 8,000 plus 3,000, 20, 29, 32,000. Your total cost in 2001 was 32,000. Guys, everyone's understood how I got it? Now, in 2001, you sold at a profit of 25% on cost. Cost price, selling price, profit. All whatever they give you, you assume that as 100. 25% of total cost. So assume cost price as 100, selling price will be 125. Cost price is 32,000. So what was the selling price in 2001? Someone please calculate. 32,000 into 125 divided by 100. 40,000. Right? Do we get this thing clear? Now, they are saying that selling price per unit will rise by 10%. So that means the new selling price per unit is going to be 44,000. Right? Once you have this, then you have to find out the per week figure. How do you find out per week figure? CPU into per week units will give you the per week amount. So 13,200 into 150. Someone tell me how much is that? 253.84.
Confirmation.
13,200 into 150.
1,98,000.
1,98,000. Next, 8,550 into 150. Someone please tell me how much is that?
1,28,000. 12,82,500.
How can this be 12 lakh when that is only 1 lakh?
So that's 19
lakh 80,000.
This is 19 lakh 80,000. This is 12 lakh 500. Next, 8,800 into 150.
15 lakh 84,000.
13 lakh
20,000.
13 lakh 20,000.
Next, 3,000 into 150. 45.
45.
And 4 zeros. 4 lakh 50,000. Fine. Now, let's start with the sum. They are saying that raw material will remain in store for 4 weeks. So raw material is 19 lakh 80,000 for 4 weeks. Next,
Seven.
process period. How much is that?
7
7 lakh
lakh 92,000.
No,
92,000. How?
no sir, 79 lakh 20.
79 lakh.
79 lakh 20,000. 20,000.
Next, let's move on ahead. The new process period is 3 weeks. So this is 19 lakh 80,000 into 3, 12 lakh 82,500 into 3, 13 lakh 20,000 into 3. Now when you are doing work in progress, you have to multiply labor and overheads with an extra 0.5. You have to multiply labor and overheads with an extra 0.5, right? We will not do the calculation. We need the calculations for you all to do, considering the brilliant answer you all are giving me. Let's move on ahead. 25% of the sales will be on cash. 25% of the sales will be against bills of exchange maturing in 8 weeks, and the balance will be 4 weeks credit. Now, this is what you are selling. Cash, let's forget. Bills of exchange. Bills of exchange are a form of debtors. Now they are saying that 25%. So you write 25% of the sales. What is the formula for sales? Sales is nothing but selling price per unit into total units. Now right in the beginning of the sum, they have said that although we are manufacturing 7,800 units, we will be selling only 7,280 units. So this will be 44,000 into 7,280. This is 25% of the sales is going to get 8 weeks credit. So into 8 divided by 52. That's going to be my bills of exchange figure, right? Next, they have also said that the balance debtors. Now see, 25% is cash, 25% is bills of exchange. Out of 100%, 50% is gone. So that leaves me with balance 50%. Total is 100%, out of which 25% is cash. So that is 75% remaining. 25% is bills of exchange. So how much is remaining? 50%. 44,000 into 7280 into the balance debtors are supposed to get 4 weeks credit. So into 4 by 52. When you add these two, what you will get will be your total debtors. Right? You can do this on your calci. Hopefully you can do it right. Next, let's move on ahead. 25% of the purchases are on cash. 25% of the purchases are from Japan, and the suppliers are given an advance payment of 6 weeks. So advance 25% of the purchase is 19 lakh 80,000 are from Japan, and they are given an advance payment of 6 weeks. They are given an advance payment of 6 weeks. So into just 6. Why am I not dividing by 52? Because that's already per week figure, right? Next, and the balance allow a credit of 6 weeks. Now out of 100%, 25% is cash, 25% is advance. So balance is going to be 50%. 50% of the suppliers, that is 19 lakh 80,000, give a credit of 6 weeks. Give a credit of 6 weeks. So into 6. Fine, do we get this thing clear? Next, wages and manufacturing overheads remain outstanding for 2 weeks. Wages and manufacturing overheads. Wages is 12 lakh 82,500 and manufacturing overheads is 13 lakh 20,000. Remain outstanding for where is it one? Wages and manufacturing overheads remain outstanding for 2 weeks. So into 2. Whereas administration and selling overheads are paid 2 weeks in advance. So to this advance you will also add administrative overheads of 4,50,000 into 2 weeks in advance. Next, cash and bank balance is to be maintained at 75,000. Straightforward answer, 75,000. Next, the company shall get an overdraft equal to 50% of raw material and finished goods. Now, raw material and finished goods. Have I missed an entry of finished goods? You said that raw material will remain in stock for 4 weeks, process period is 3 weeks. Okay. The company shall get an overdraft limit. As at the moment, the company has not got it and we don't even have finished goods. You see this? Raw material remain in stock, process period, 25% of the sales, 25% of the purchase, wages, administrative. Okay. So that means 50% of the raw material will be overdraft facilities. Now, hopefully, if you've given me that raw material figure correct, 79,20,000, 50% of that. Someone please calculate 50% of that. Someone please calculate 50% of that.
39,60,000.
39,60,000. Right? That means if I'm getting an overdraft limit of that much more cash shall be in my hand. Right? There's no finished goods. Had there been a finished goods amount, I would have added raw material plus finished goods and then I would have taken 50% of that. You have all the figures, you can calculate and get the answer. This finishes the sum. We'll stop here for the day. Thank you very much.